Namaste, my name is Avanti Nagral, and if you're new here, I've given myself a challenge to sing 50 songs in 50 weeks in 50 different languages. As somebody with a multicultural identity, having lived between two countries and traveled to about 40, culture has always fascinated me, and as an artist, I've always wanted to explore different cultures through music. We've been sharing the series on short-form platforms like Instagram, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, etc. And you can go check out the playlist to hear all of the songs. But just like last time where we broke down the first 10 songs, now we're going to break down song 10 through 20. Majority of the songs we did in these weeks were Indian languages, but Indian languages that often don't get their due. Check out last month's video if you haven't already. If you've been following the series, let me know what your favorite language is below. By the time you're watching this, number 39 would have come out. You can tell me what language I'm wearing. Without further ado, let me show you the 10 to 20 set. The first 10 songs in the series were Hindi, Bengali, Tamil, Gujarati, Bhojpuri, Tibetan, Punjabi, Konkani, and Kumaoni. Song number 11 is Manipuri, or Meitei. Manipuri is a Tibeto-Burman language, which is the official language of the state of Manipur, and is also spoken in Assam and Tripura. The number of native speakers are approximately 1.5 million people. And before you all come at me for the numbers, when I'm talking about native speakers throughout this video, it's based on census data and people for whom this is their first primary native language, not secondary speakers or people who've just learned the language for fun. At one point, Manipur was ruled by the Meitei dynasty, which is why the language is interchangeably also called Meitei. And the song we chose is the song Koyum Gumna by Surma Chanu. My collaborators were John Oinam, who is from Manipur, and Shrey Gupta, or that fingerstyle guitarist, incredible fingerstyle guitarist. John and I ended up having to shoot this remotely, but it still came out beautifully. And I was obsessed with the sari that I was wearing. The print was incredible. I felt like a beautiful watermelon. And one of the most interesting things about this language, the first 10 languages were difficult, but as we started venturing into languages like Meitei, which don't unfortunately receive as much popularity as they should, I started to notice that it wasn't just about learning the language and the intonation, but also the way of singing was different. So for example, if I'm singing something in a Hindustani style, right? It'll be Sa-re-ga. But if I'm singing something in a Manipuri style, a lot of the intonation of how you sing is based on Eastern influences because of the borders. So I'll give you an example. I asked John to correct my pronunciations. Usually I do this exercise in person with people, but since we were having to do this remotely, I sent him my voice notes and I'm like, please correct me.
Instead of singing, instead of
it might seem like a minute difference, but the way in which they reach the notes is slightly different. So the line is ha thanglin, and what I was singing originally was ha thanglin loyum ba. But what it should be is ha thanglin loyum ba. It's a minute difference, but it matters.
And you're sounding so cute in Manipuri.
Okay, so then I said, okay, anything else? And then
I promise this is going to be the last one. You're singing Micha Bok Pi Pi Micha Bok Pi Amuba.
So again, in the same way I was doing the intonation, what he wanted me to sing was Micha Bok Pi Micha Bok Pi, as opposed to Bok Pi. I don't know if you can tell the difference if you're not a musician, but it's so slight, but it matters because that's how they would hit the notes. Anyway, that's all the voice notes. I don't know if you can see my phone. This is a selfie John sent me when we were done with filming. So thank you, John, for helping me out there. And now, without further ado, you can watch and listen to Manipuri.
Tao jing hay rang hay mulpa Uchik maya say shaktam Kumun kundam lakpada Nujao di tanauri Nungshira shintare Ha thangli loyumba Mecha pupi pamu Koyum gumna shak shaglotwa koyum gumna shaglotwa koyum gumna.
Language number 12 was Tulu. And Tulu is spoken in the Udupi district of Karnataka and the northern part of Kerala, which in the ancient times, that whole region was known as Tulunadu, or the land of the Tulus, or the Tuluvas. A lot of people haven't heard of this language, but I had heard about Tulu a long time ago because I just happened to have a lot of friends from Bangalore. And folks in Bangalore, not Bangalore, folks in Bangalore speak Tulu mostly, or it's more common there, and Bangalore, which is general Karnataka, speak Kannada. Anyway, I digress. I think it's such a beautiful language, and it has about 2.5 million native speakers. We chose to do the song Posa Posa from the movie Gauji Gamnath, which is by Arjun Kapikar and Vaishnavi Ravi. And my collaborator for this song was Akshat Acharya, whose part of his family is from Tulunadu or speaks Tulu. You may recognize Akshat from his super catchy song, Nadanya. Kaise tu gungunaye मुस्कुराए छोटी मोटी बातों पे मुंह फुलाए. I thought that छोटी मोटी बातों पे मुंह फुलाए was such a cute line. Akshat, I'm so proud of you. Choosing these songs for languages that unfortunately don't get as much due as they deserve, it's not an easy task because if I just Google popular songs in XYZ language, sure, a couple will show up, but those may not feel culturally relevant to the people. So I have to search on Google, YouTube, Spotify, talk to folks from that cultural background. It's been exciting. I've learned so much about different cultures and music over this whole project. But in any case, here is Tulu.
Posa posa asalu modu naga pira ora tuyena parichaya salige gajaru naga vasatandu yenita dinone kanattu undu nijane kendindu ninna hatane susaradani posatini amalandu ninne talike shuruvante unte salike vigitandu yennaravake yaaniru pagalu marate suru suru bemmulu ajinaga tera ora tuyena manasena kenanda jarunaga
Language number 13 is Odia, which is spoken in the state of Odisha and also neighboring states like West Bengal, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, among others. And it's spoken by over 50 million native speakers. We chose the song Hela Ki Prema by Asima Panda and Sagar Humani. And my collaborator for this was Prakriti Mishra, who is incredible. The thing about Odia is it's such an interesting language. There's this aw sound that you have to get right. For example, my name is Avanti, but in Odia, I would say, instead of saying my name is Avanti or Mera naam Avanti, which is what it would be in Hindi, in Odia it's Mo na Abhanti, or Abhanti. So like my name also changes because the V becomes B, which is interesting. It's this aw. And I the first time I visited Odisha, or Bhubaneswar specifically, was a few years ago. One of my cousins married an Odia woman. They're both lawyers. And yeah, it was so fun. I remember visiting the Konark temple, beautiful and so progressive. Loved seeing a lot of the depictions. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should check it out. And yeah, learning this song and the language in general was fun. Let me show you a little bit of BTS. I'll try. Hojigala मतलब खो गया. Sounds like Haj bola. Then good to go. Okay. Emiti hela mo jibone prathama. Emiti hela mo jibone prathama. This one. And now that you've seen the behind the scenes, let's show you the song.
Chaluni aji mu chale bato दुनिया लाଗୁଛି ମତେ ଛୋଟ ଖୋଲିଲି ଆଜି ମୁଁ ମୋର ଓଠ କିଏ ସେ କେଜାଣି ଗାଏ ଗୀତ ଆକାଶଟା ମାଟି ସାଥେ ମିଶେ ଯୋଉଠି ମନ ମୋର ହଜିଗଲା ସେଇଠି ସପନକୁ ଆଖି ବସି କାଢ଼େ ଯୋଉଠି ନିଦ ମୋର ହଜିଗଲା ସେଇଠି ଏମିତି ହେଲା ମୋ ଜୀବନେ ପ୍ରଥମ କହିଦେ ହେଲା କି ପ୍ରେମ कहide helage prema कहide helage prema कहide helage prema.
Song number 14 is Sindhi. Sindhi is an Indo-Aryan language spoken in India and Pakistan, and Sindh is the other name for the river Indus, along the delta of which the language Sindhi is spoken. Sindhi has about 45 million native speakers, and interestingly, in Pakistan it uses the Perso-Arabic script, but in Hindi it uses more of a Devanagari derivative script. So it's interesting that's the same language but has multiple scripts. The song we chose for this was Jhulilal, also known as Damada Mast Kalandar, which is the famous Sufi saint Lal Shahbaz Kalandar. So if you hear the lyrics of the song, which you may have heard it because it's popular, it goes, "Oh Lal Meri Pat." So the Lal that they're referring to is this Lal Shahbaz saint. My collaborator for this was Mayur Jumani, who is an amazing producer and artist. He and I have actually, we were connected many years ago because I think he did a master's program at Berkeley and I did a dual degree thing at Harvard and Berkeley. So somebody from our common network connected us. We've been trying to do something together for a long time. So I'm really happy that it actually ended up being the Sindhi song. And we've been friends for years. So it was fun to do something that felt like it was honoring his roots in that way. It was a really fun shoot. We shot it as a one-take audio and a one-take video. So if you watch the video back and forth, it's a loop. So it was hard to shoot, but really fun.
चार चराग तेरे बरन हमेशा चार चराग तेरे बरन हमेशा चार चराग तेरे पंजवा में बारण आए भला झूलेलाल सिंधड़ीला सेवणदा सखी शाबाज कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर सखी शाबाज कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर अली दा पहला नंबर ओ लाल मेरे ओ लाल मेरे.
Language number 15 was Telugu. Telugu is a Dravidian language spoken in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and also in neighboring states like Karnataka, parts of Tamil Nadu, etc., etc. Fun fact is it's the fastest growing language in the United States, and it's a protected language in South Africa. It's spoken by around 96 million people, and it's the 14th most spoken native language in the world. The song we chose was Samajavaragamana, which was sung by Sid Sriram in the movie. Putting the name here, I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce it. If you can please tell me in the comments how to pronounce it. I don't know how you do that, but you can spell it out. Yeah, Aluvaikuntha. I'm not even going to try. But I've heard the movie's really fun too, so I'm definitely going to check it out. And my collaborators for this were Kiran and Nivi, who are these incredibly talented twin sisters, amazing artists. They also live in the US, and we actually met up in Chennai to shoot this. They are half Telugu, and so much fun. I loved the sari I was wearing. Because I have training in both Indian and Western styles, I typically tend to take the lead on harmonies when I collaborate with people who have more of an Indian background. But these girls know how to goddamn harmonize. So it was incredible to do this with them.
నీ కాలని పట్టుకు వదలనవి చూడే నా కళ్ళు ఆ చూపులనలా తుక్కుకు వెలకు దయలేదా అసలు మల్లెల మాసమా మంచుల హాసమా ప్రతి మలుపులోన ఎదురు పడిన వెన్నెల వనమా విరిసిన పించమా విరుల ప్రపంచమా ఎన్నెన్ని వన్నె చిన్నెలంటే ఎన్నెల వశమా అరే నా గాలే తగిలినా నా నీడే తరిమినా ఒలకవా పలకవా భామా ఎంతో బ్రతిమాలిన ఎంతేనా అంగనా మదిని మీటు మధురమైన మనవిని వినుమా సామజవరగమనా నిన్ను చూసి ఆగగలనా మనసు మీద వయసుకున్న అదుపు చెప్పతగునా సామజవరగమనా నిన్ను చూసి ఆగగలనా మనసు మీద వయసుకున్న అదుపు చెప్పతగునా.
Number 16 is Haryanvi. Haryanvi is spoken in Haryana and other parts of India and Pakistan. And according to the 2011 census, which is now many, many years ago, it's spoken by around 9.8 to 10 million people natively. But there's a lot of debate around whether it is a language or a dialect. The song we chose was Bhagayara by the artist Renuka Pawar. And my collaborators for this were Ananya Sharma and Chinancha Sharma, two incredibly talented artists, such sweethearts. And we had such a fun time in the behind the scenes too, so I'm gonna show you a little snippet of that.
Yada or Bhagayara? Yada.
Yeah. So it's not a duh, it's like a really weird l.
कितने मिलेगा मने कद से मिलेगा हो जाए तसल्ली यार जद भी मिलेगा हो जाए तसल्ली यार जद भी मिलेगा. Just have fun. If you dance a little this way, it might help.
Now, without further ado, here's the main song.
कितने मिलेगा मने कद से मिलेगा हो जाए तसल्ली यार जद भी मिलेगा. भागयाड़ा होगा जिन्हें मैं मिलूंगी बाकी सारे जने अलग जगह होंगे. भागयाड़ा होगा जिन्हें मैं मिलूंगी बाकी सारे जने अलग जगह होंगे. हाँ खेड़ा को मेरे तेरे गम का पूछे कांगड़ पटोल भी जोर का चचे कांगड़ पटोल भी जोर का चचे. हाय मेरे आड़ा क्या करूंगी बाकी नाम तने कोई भी कमाए होंगे. भागयाड़ा होगा जिन्हें मैं मिलूंगी बाकी सारे जने अलग जगह होंगे. भागयाड़ा होगा जिन्हें मैं मिलूंगी बाकी सारे जने अलग जगह होंगे.
Number 17 was Malayalam. Fun fact, the word Malayalam is the longest palindrome in the world, which means that it reads the same way forwards as it reads backwards. And it's spoken in Kerala, also in Lakshadweep, Puducherry, and parts of Tamil Nadu. The number of native speakers are around 35 million. The song we chose was Malare from the movie Premam, which is an iconic song, so no nerves at all trying to choose this. And my collaborator's name is Febin, incredible singer. I really wish we had more BTS from this. I can show you a couple clips, but the way in which he was explaining the difference. So there's a lot of Indian languages that have a different L sound, like la versus ra versus in, so ra is more in Marathi, for the L is more in Tamil, and then many others. Even Haryanvi, which I said Bhagayara, right? It's a okay, different tongue placements. So I've seen that happening with L's, T's, R's, but N I didn't know had more than na and ra. But in Malayalam, na, where the tongue touches your top teeth palate, na. So anyway, there was a lot of coaching happening on the pronunciation, which I really appreciated. And we shot this in Kochi. I absolutely adore Kochi. Fun fact about Kochi, the city has the world's first solar-powered airport and fully green airport, which is woo. And my favorite cuisine in the world, if I could eat every single day, would be Kerala cuisine, because I love the coconut, banana flavors, and just, okay. Without further ado, here's the song.
തെളിമാനം മഴവില്ലിൻ നിറമണിയും നേരം നിറമാർന്നൊരു കനവെണ്ണിൽ തെളിയുന്ന പോലെ പുഴയോരം തഴുകുന്നീ തണുയീരൻ കാറ്റും പുളകങ്ങൾ ഇഴനെയ്തൊരു കുഴലൂതിയ പോലെ കുളിരേകും കനവെണ്ണിൽ കതിരാടിയ കാലം മനതാരിൽ മധുമാസം തളിരാടിയ നേരം അകമരുവും മൈലിണകൾ തുയിലുണരും കാലം എന്നകതാരിൽ അനുരാഗം പകരുന്ന യാമം അഴകേ അഴകിൽ തീർത്തൊരു ശിലയഴകേ മലരേ എന്നുയിരിൽ വിടരും പനിമലരേ.
Number 18 is Kannada. Kannada is spoken in Karnataka, parts of Goa, and some neighboring states. I'm 1/4 Kannadiga, which means a quarter of my family is from that region. What we call Baba, what people in Karnataka would call Ajoba, my grandpa, my dad's dad, he was from northern Karnataka, from this part called Jamkhandi, which is in the Bijapur district. I unfortunately have never actually been, and he passed away a few years ago, so I was never able to go with him, which would have been ideal. but I hope to go at some point. I've been to Karnataka, I've been to Bangalore many times, but I'm hoping to go to northern Karnataka at some point. Also, my Baba, because he was from northern Karnataka, he also spoke Marathi because it's on the Maharashtra-Karnataka border. So that's why the language never got passed down, because he and my grandma, who was Marathi, would speak Marathi together. They met in med school. And so my dad and his brother, their primary languages were Marathi, English, and Hindi. I think they can probably vaguely understand Kannada, but definitely did not pass down to my brother and I, who also have my mom's side that does not speak any of these languages. In any case, the language has 44 million native speakers, and the song that we chose was Preeti Suve from the movie Kausalya Supraja Rama, and it's sung by Sonu Nigam. And my collaborators were Sunidhi and Asha Bhatt. All three of us incidentally wore saris where we looked like the Powerpuff Girls, Indian version, and gorgeous voices. They had the best time. So without further ado, here's the Kannada song.
ಪ್ರೀತಿಸುವೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿಸುವೆ ಮಿತಿ ಮೀರಿ ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಪ್ರೀತಿಸುವೆ ಸತತ ಸನಿಹ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಉಳಿದ ಜಗವೇ ಮರೆತಿದೆ ಕನಸಿನೊಳಗು ಸಿಗದ ಒಲವು ಎದುರೆ ನಗುತ್ತಾ ಕುಳಿತಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನಿಂದಲೇ ಹೂವಾಯಿತೋ ಈ ಬಾಳಿನ ತೇರು ನೀನಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಜೀವಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲವೋ ಯಾರು ಎದೆಗೆ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಕಿವಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನೀ ಕೇಳು ಪ್ರೀತಿಸುವೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿಸುವೆ ಮಿತಿ ಮೀರಿ ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಪ್ರೀತಿಸುವೆ ಜೀವಿಸುವೆ ಜೀವಿಸುವೆ ನಿನಗಾಗಿ ಮಾತ್ರವೇ ಜೀವಿಸುವೆ.
Language number 19 is Maithili. Maithili is spoken in Bihar, Jharkhand, and parts of Nepal by around 21 million people. The song we chose for this was Hamar Manak Gaon Mein, which talks about the Gam, or the Gaon, or the village. My collaborators for this were a boy group called The 19, which is Arun, Love, and Abhilash. So much fun. They actually live in Vizag, so I went to Vizag to shoot this with them. Vizag is in Andhra Pradesh, and it has a naval base. So while we were shooting, there were these naval planes and drones and things in the air, which was, we kept getting interrupted by them, but such a cool sight to see. I will show you some BTS. My sari for this was a Madhubani sari, which means it had a painting of a Madhubani painting, which is specific to India and Nepal. And it's known for its geometric patterns and depictions of nature or deities. So this one in particular had birds on it. Super beautiful. I've just loved learning so much about, I'm not somebody who's really into fashion, but I've just loved learning so much about the different weaves, textiles, and artisanship, and just what different things mean to different people by virtue of the many saris and outfits and things that I've worn in all of these cultural landscape for these songs. So that's been one of my favorite parts. Without further ado, here's Maithili.
हमर मन का गाम में हमर मन का गाम में
शोर बागले आहा एलिए अनार में चोर बागले
आहा एलिए अनार में चोर बागले
कोना कहूँ आहा के हम सबके सामने लागते ही नहीं ऐसे मन अब गाम में
हाय अब गाम में
एलिए अनार में जोर बागले हमर मन के गाम में.
And last but not least, number 20 is Sambalpuri. Sambalpuri is mostly spoken in Odisha. In fact, it's one of the 21 languages spoken in Odisha. We did Odia a little bit earlier, but Sambalpuri has distinct differences in the way that things are pronounced and spoken. And it's a language that's popular in Western Odisha, spoken by about 2.6 million people. The song we chose for this was Haire Mori Rani Gori, which talks about the beauty of a woman. And my collaborator for this was Sai Pragyan Raut. And we actually shot this in Bhubaneswar itself. And she was so sweet. She brought me flowers. We had such a great time. And she suggested the place to get the best chenapura, which I really like. It's a dessert that in my opinion is kind of like Indian cheesecake. So Yummy, which is native to Odisha.
Haire murrani gori panchalo bali kete chalo cho onda ki hale Haire mur sundari mati kanchalo bali kete dekho cho आँखें खोली खोली मुई जानी चे पिला तो ये तेरा साबु बोली खाली सुंदरी सुंदरी काहे करे हसाबु बोली केते पिला बाबू चलो ते खाली पटामु बोली हेली तू ये भाबू छो मते खाली हसाबु बोली हाय रे मोर रानी गोरी पंचला बाली केते चलो छो अटा के हले
So yeah, that was number 20. Let me know based on this video which your favorite was from 10 to 20 or from 1 to 20 that you've seen throughout. And if you have any fun facts about any of the languages we've mentioned in this video, that would be amazing because a majority of them are, like I said, underrepresented, unfortunately. And I really, really hope that they get their due and fair due. I will see you in the next video. And I'm excited to share 30, 40, and eventually 50 with you. And if you're following the series on short form platforms as it exists right now, we are so close to being done. Yeah, let me know your favorite part. Just any information. I've just so loved learning through this project. It's been my favorite thing. Lots of love, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Experience that's all